On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Thrill.
A feeling of extreme and sudden excitement and pleasure, to cause someone to feel sudden intense sensation or emotion.
Examples:
The thrill of speed. Incredible thrill. Skydiving is an overwhelming thrill for many people.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Devote.
To commit or dedicate oneself or one's time, effort, or energy to a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Devote all of my energies. Devote my own life. He devoted himself to studying the history of ancient civilizations.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Critter.
A small or unimportant creature or animal, often used in a familiar or affectionate way.
Examples:
Cute critter. Wild critter. During their camping trip, the kids were excited to go critter hunting in the woods.
Courtship.
The period of time when two individuals go through the process of getting to know each other, often with the intent of forming a romantic or intimate relationship.
Examples:
Traditional courtship. Romantic courtship. The movie depicts an old-fashioned courtship between the two main characters.
Glacier.
A slowly moving mass of ice formed from snow on mountains or near the North Pole or the South Pole.
Examples:
Glacier retreat. Glaciers move tardily. The glaciers of the Ice Age have shaped fjord.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Skinny.
Having a very thin or slim body, referring to clothing that is tightly fitting and reveals the shape of the body, referring to information or details that are kept secret or confidential.
Examples:
Skinny jeans, skinny finger. His mom was always concerned about his skinny frame and encouraged him to eat more.
Upside.
The positive aspect or potential of something, the upper side of something.
Examples:
Have no upside. Market upside. Many people see the upside of traveling as an opportunity to experience new cultures and broaden their horizons.
Row.
An arrangement of objects or people side by side in a line. Verb, to propel a boat through the water using oars.
Examples:
Criminal on death row. A row of cherry trees. He was the leader of the demonstrators and spoke out against the war in the front row.
Shell.
Hard outer covering or case of eggs, nuts, some seeds, and some animals.
Examples:
An egg shell. A mollusk shell. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Mate.
A person's partner in marriage or romantic relationship, an animal's sexual partner, a peer or friend, of the game of chess, checkmate, which is the winning condition of the game.
Examples:
Smoking mate. Dog-loving mate. I need to find a mate for my female guinea pig so she doesn't get lonely.
Underwater.
Below or under the surface of the water.
Examples:
Hold my breath underwater. Seals sleep underwater. He is good at swimming underwater.
Paddle.
A flat, usually wooden implement with a handle used for stirring, mixing, or beating a liquid or substance.
Examples:
Paddle strokes. Canoe paddle. The paddle boarders glided across the crystal clear waters of the cove.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples:
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Upright.
Perpendicular to a horizontal surface or line. Adverb, in a vertical position.
Examples:
Upright posture. Sit upright in a chair. The bookcase was upright against the wall.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Prospect.
The possibility or likelihood of something happening or being successful. A person or thing that is likely to succeed or become popular. A potential customer or client. Verb, to explore for useful or valuable things or substances, such as minerals.
Examples:
Prospect for gold. Job prospects. The prospect of starting a new business can be both exciting and daunting.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Entertainment.
Public shows, films, television, or other performances or activities of enjoying people.
Examples:
An elegant entertainment. Hour of entertainment. The hotel is famous for its entertainment, including the casino.
Mimicry.
The act or skill of copying the sounds or behavior of a particular person or animal, often to make people laugh.
Examples:
Vocal mimicry. Floral mimicry. Some insects use mimicry to avoid detection by predators.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
Landscape architect. Architect of the Peace Accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Champion.
Someone who has won first place in a competition, someone who fights for a specific group of people or a belief.
Examples:
A champion of peace. The grand champion. The champion bicyclist outrode all his competitors.
Adapt.
To make fit for or change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples:
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Wastewater.
Water that contains waste substances from homes, farms, factories, etc.
Examples:
Wastewater disposal equipment. Biological wastewater. As that country developed its industry, it began to invest more in wastewater treatment technology.
Treatment.
The way in which someone deals with or behaves towards someone or something, medical care provided to a patient for an injury or illness.
Examples:
First aid treatment. Treatment by diet. The primary purpose of the treatment is pain relief.
Purify.
To remove harmful substances from something and increase the concentration of it.
Examples:
Purify hydrogen gas. Purify the blood. The equipment is frequently used to purify and distribute drinking water.
Resistant.
Not affected by something, especially changes or new ideas, of or relating to immunity, to disease or infection.
Examples:
Penicillin-resistant bacteria. Resistant to persuasion. Insects in urban areas are becoming resistant to insecticides.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Assist.
To help someone in doing anything.
Examples:
Assist a patient. Assist his goal. Please assist her with the furniture relocation.
Organism.
A tiny living thing.
Examples:
Aerobic organism. group of organisms. A diversified plant species generally enhances beneficial organism populations.
Domesticate.
To take control of animals or plants to provide food, power, or company.
Examples:
Easy to domesticate. Domesticate the plant. We domesticate cows to gain milk and meat.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Bump.
To hit or knock against something hard, often with a dull sound, to meet with by accident.
Examples:
Bump against a wall. Bump up prices. She accidentally bumped into him in the crowded room.
Build up.
The accumulation or increase of something over time.
Examples:
Lactic acid buildup. Huge military buildup. The buildup of stress over time can lead to health problems.
Mineral.
A solid inorganic substance occurring in nature having a definite chemical composition.
Examples:
Vitamin and minerals. Mineral rights. The robust economy of the country is based on its mineral resources.
Aperture.
An opening or hole, especially one that is narrow or slit-like.
Examples:
Small aperture telescope. An automatic aperture. The camera's aperture controls how much light enters the lens.
Flush.
To become red on your face, especially because you are embarrassed, angry, or hot. To rinse, clean, or empty something, especially a toilet, by causing large quantities of water to flow.
Examples:
The blood flush into my face. Flush the toilet. The girl flushed when a young man whistled as she walked by.
Toxin.
A poisonous substance produced by a living organism, such as a plant, animal, or microorganism, a chemical compound that can cause harm or illness to a living organism.
Examples:
Toxin exposure. Toxin production. Mold exposure can release dangerous toxins into the air.
Calcium.
A chemical element with the symbol Ca and atomic number 20, which is an important mineral for the human body.
Examples:
Calcium deficiency. Ion of calcium. The patient was prescribed a calcium supplement to help prevent osteoporosis.
Carbonate.
A carbonic acid salt or ester that contains the anion CO3. sodium carbonate, alkaline carbonate. The explosive chemical reaction does not occur in all sodium carbonate.
Seashell.
A type of shell that once housed a mollusk, typically found on beaches or in shallow water.
Examples:
seashell ornament, a fossil seashell. I love collecting seashells on the beach and displaying them in a jar at home.
Template.
A pre-designed file or document used as a starting point for a particular application so that the format does not have to be created from scratch.
Examples:
template file, template design. The template format provided a useful guide for creating the budget.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
stress protein, protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Ion.
An atom or molecule that has a positive or negative electrical charge caused by its losing or gained one or more electrons.
Examples:
ion channel, rechargeable lithium-ion battery. The increased concentration of hydrogen ions in an aqueous solution makes it more acidic.
Seawater.
Water from the sea or ocean, typically containing salt and various other dissolved minerals.
Examples:
seawater pollution, seawater bacteria. The desalination plant turned seawater into drinking water through a complex process.
Crystallize.
To form crystals from a liquid or solution, to become clear or definite in form or structure, to solidify.
Examples:
crystallize a concept, crystallize into reality. As the sugar water cools, it will slowly crystallize into rock candy.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Silo.
A tall, cylindrical structure, usually made of concrete or steel, that is used for storing grain, feed, or other dry materials, a system or structure that is isolated or separate from others.
Examples:
nuclear silo, silo organization. The farmer used a silo to store feed for the animals.
Automatically.
Without needing a direct human control.
Examples:
record driving automatically. Automatically adjusted. Our subscription plan is automatically renewed.
Assembly.
A group of people who have been elected, especially one that meets regularly and makes decisions or laws for a specific region or country.
Examples:
Assembly line, assembly hall. This company's assembly plant is an enormous facility.
Infinite.
Unlimited or very great, impossible to measure.
Examples:
Infinite appetite, infinite in supply. The battle had an infinite impact on the nation.
Exude.
To emit or release a liquid, smell, or expression gradually and slowly, to display an emotion, quality, or characteristic in a spontaneous and natural way.
Examples:
Exude confidence, exude charm. The flowers exude a sweet fragrance.
Lean.
Having a noticeably small amount of body fat, verb, to bend or move from a straight to a sloping posture.
Examples:
A lean horse, lean athletic figure. Lean operational improvements often lead to better environmental performance.
Adhere.
To stick firmly, to be compatible.
Examples:
Adhere to their plan. Adhere rigidly to the rules. Administrators must adhere to the highest standards.
Crystal.
A solid material with many even sides that is formed naturally when the substance becomes solid and has a highly regular atomic structure. Clear and colorless glass made of almost pure silica.
Examples:
Liquid crystal. Crystal analyses. A vast crystal chandelier glittered brightly above us.
Mimic.
To imitate someone's speech, movement, or behavior, especially to make others laugh.
Examples:
Mimic a human voice. Mimic numerous instruments. He is very popular at school because he can mimic all the teachers' accents.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Hike.
A long walk or journey, especially for pleasure or exercise, an increase in cost.
Examples:
Go on a hike. A hike in prices. The family decided to hike in the mountains to enjoy the beautiful scenery.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Crawl.
To move forward slowly, as people or animals with their bodies near the ground.
Examples:
Crawl across the floor. Crawl away from a car. Along the gravel roads, sizable yellow school buses crawl.
Snorkel.
A tube-like device used for breathing underwater, with one end in the mouth and the other above the surface of the water.
Examples:
Snorkel gear. Scuba snorkel. The snorkel rental shop provided us with a map of the nearby snorkel sites.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Lens.
A transparent optical device with curved sides, used in an optical instrument that makes objects seem larger, smaller, clearer, etc. Metaphor: the basic thoughts or mindsets through which someone sees or understands the environment or situation.
Examples:
A convex lens. A lens with a wide angle. The photographer took this photo using a telephoto lens.
Ventral.
Relating to or situated on or toward the belly or underside of an animal or organ, opposite of dorsal.
Examples:
Ventral fin. Ventral hernia. The ventral side of the fish was beautifully colored.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Emulate.
To imitate someone else's achievements to try to do something as well as somebody else.
Examples:
Emulate a successful business model. Emulate his watercolors. They intend to emulate the footsteps of successful software companies.
Genius.
Someone who has exceptional intellectual ability and originality.
Examples:
A person of genius. A genius for music. Mozart was a musical genius.
Slavish.
Overly submissive or obedient, often to an excessive or servile degree, lacking independence or originality, unquestioningly following or imitating something or someone.
Examples:
Slavish mirror of the original. Slavish loyalty. She was tired of the slavish adherence to outdated traditions in her workplace.
Hairdo.
A particular way of arranging or styling one's hair, a hairstyle.
Examples:
Casual hairdo. Bridal hairdo. The hairstylist created a stunning hairdo for the bride on her wedding day.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
Neural stem cells. Neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Algorithm.
A set of rules or rigorous instructions typically used to solve a specific problem or to perform a computation.
Examples:
The RSA algorithm. Algorithm for image processing. We can evaluate the performance of an algorithm in terms of computation time.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
Ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Compute.
To make a mathematical calculation.
Examples:
Compute an average score. Compute the value. I tried to compute the efficiency of the investment.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Carcinogenic.
Capable of causing cancer or promoting tumor growth, cancer-causing.
Examples:
Carcinogenic chemicals. Carcinogenic air pollution. Long-term exposure to carcinogenic materials can result in serious health problems.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol C that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples:
Silicon wafer. Crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Hardware.
Durable tools, machinery, and other equipment, the physical and electronic parts of a computer or other electronic systems.
Examples:
The hardware department. A vast inventory of hardware. The mouse and keyboard are essential hardware for operating a PC.
Snuff.
Finely ground tobacco that is inhaled through the nose as a form of tobacco use, a type of scented tobacco that is often used for aromatic purposes in candles or incense. Verb, to extinguish or put out.
Examples:
Snuff out the candle. Flavored snuff. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small silver snuff box.
Redesign.
To design something again, especially in a different or modified form. Noun, the process of designing something again.
Examples:
Redesign project. Redesign of lifestyle. The company is planning to redesign its website.
Human-made.
Created or produced by humans, artificial.
Examples:
Human-made climate change. The worst human-made disaster. The bridge is a human-made structure and was built to span the river.
Syllabus.
An outline or summary of the topics, themes, and assignments to be covered in a particular course or educational program, a list or summary of key themes or components of a particular document, work, or project.
Examples:
Course syllabus. Syllabus content. The professor handed out the syllabus on the first day of class.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Carving.
The act or process of cutting or shaping a hard material, such as wood or stone, into a specific form or design.
Examples:
A wood carving. Carving instrument. The intricate carving on the wooden box was the work of a master craftsman.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Geranium.
A flowering plant of the genus Geranium, often cultivated for its attractive, brightly colored flowers and commonly used in gardens or as decorative houseplants.
Examples:
Fragrant geranium. Potted geranium. The vibrant red geraniums added a pop of color to the garden.
Pollen.
A fine powder substance consisting of microscopic grains produced by plants that facilitate their reproductive process through the process of pollination.
Examples:
Pollen allergy symptoms. High pollen count. My allergies flare up during pollen season, making it difficult to breathe.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Tumble.
To fall suddenly, often uncontrollably, to topple or turn over, to decline sharply and quickly in value, quality, or performance.
Examples:
Tumble down the hill. Confidence tumbles as unemployment rates rose. The value of the currency tumbled against major international currencies.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. this year.
Juncture.
A critical point or moment in time, often indicating a key decision or turning point, a place or point of connection, such as a joint or seam.
Examples:
The juncture of Eastern and Western cultures. Decisive juncture. At this juncture in the project, we must reassess our plans and make some changes.
Knot.
A tight interlacing of something such as rope or thread.
Examples:
A hard knot. A knot of people. The Boy Scout showed us how to tie a knot that wouldn't come undone.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Nanoscale.
On a scale that can be measured in nanometers, equals 1/1000th of a meter, on a very small scale.
Examples:
Nanoscale device. Things at the nanoscale. This process improves the strength of the metal by controlling the nanoscale lattice structure of the metal.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Pearl.
A hard, roundish object found within the shells of certain mollusks and used as a gem.
Examples:
A cultured pearl. Pearl beyond price. She wore a pearl necklace passed down to her from her grandmother.
Layer.
A sheet, quantity, or thickness of the material, typically one of several, covering a surface or body, a level or part within a system or set of ideas.
Examples:
Layer cake. Layer of paint. The layer of frost on the ground was so thick it was difficult to walk on.
Polymer.
A substance composed of macromolecules, equals large groups of atoms, made from many smaller and simpler molecules.
Examples:
Polymer fiber. Biological polymer. We are developing plant-derived polymers to reduce environmental impact.
Ceramics.
Objects made from materials such as clay that are hardened by heat, often to create functional or decorative items.
Examples:
Ceramics industry. Ceramics class. She makes beautiful ceramics in her studio and sells them at local markets.
Kiln.
An oven or furnace used for baking, drying, or firing clay, pottery, bricks, or other materials, typically made of brick or refractory material and heated with wood, coal, or gas.
Examples:
Brick kiln. Electric kiln. The pottery was fired in the kiln for several hours to harden it.
Coding.
The process of writing or creating computer code, which is a set of instructions that tells a computer what to do to create software, websites, apps, and other digital products.
Examples:
Coding skills. Coding challenge. Coding boot camps have become a popular way to learn coding skills quickly.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Dip.
To put something into a liquid for a short time and take it out again.
Examples:
Dip a pen in ink. Dip a chip in the sauce. Please dip up a bucket full of water from the well.
Liquid.
A substance, such as water or oil, that flows freely and is neither a solid nor a gas.
Examples:
Colorless liquid. Hazardous liquid. The sponge takes up the liquid well.
Evaporation.
The process of a liquid changing into a gas or vapor, often as a result of high temperatures or reduced pressure. The gradual disappearance or dissipation of something, such as money or resources.
Examples:
Evaporation cooling. Slow evaporation. The formation of clouds is facilitated by the process of evaporation and condensation.
Molecule.
A group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Jigsaw.
A tool with a fine-toothed blade used for cutting intricate curves and patterns in thin material, such as wood or metal, typically with the blade being reciprocating. A type of puzzle that consists of irregularly shaped pieces that must be fitted together to form a complete picture.
Examples:
Jigsaw puzzle. Jigsaw woodworking. The jigsaw blade needs to be changed before we can continue the project.
Spray.
A fine mist of liquid that is dispersed into the air. Flower arrangement consisting of a single branch or shoot bearing flowers and foliage.
Examples:
A spray of mist. An insect spray. The artist used a spray paint can to create a graffiti mural on the wall.
Precursor.
A person or thing that comes before another of the same kind and that contributes to or influences its growth.
Examples:
Precursor cell. Precursor to serotonin. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are the primary precursors of acid rain.
Solar.
Of, from, or relating to the sun.
Examples:
The solar system. A solar eclipse. Solar panels have greatly improved not only in performance, but also in durability.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples:
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Diatom.
A type of single-celled algae that is characterized by its ornate and intricate silica shells, which form a distinctive pattern or design when viewed under a microscope.
Examples:
Diatom species. Freshwater diatoms. Diatom fossils can tell us a lot about the history and environment of the oceans.
Silicate.
A mineral compound containing silicon, oxygen, and one or more metal elements, commonly found in rocks and minerals, a type of chemical compound that forms the basis of many minerals.
Examples:
Crystal silicate. Silicate-based materials. The compound contains a high silicate concentration, making it ideal for industrial applications.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Mineralize.
To convert or incorporate minerals into something, such as water, soil, or organic matter. To transform organic materials into a mineral form, often through natural processes.
Examples:
Mineralize bones. Mineralize toxins in the soil. The new soil treatment will help mineralize the nutrients, making them more accessible to the plants.
Solid.
Hard or firm, characterized by good substantial quality.
Examples:
Solid ally. Solid employment measures. The solid state of water is called ice.
Brittle.
Easily broken, cracked, or shattered when subjected to pressure or stress, lacking flexibility or resilience, fragile.
Examples:
Brittle bones. Brittle material. The old books in the library were so brittle that they crumbled upon touch.
Lucent.
Giving off or reflecting light, glowing, shining, translucent or clear in appearance.
Examples:
lucent crystals, soft lucent light. The sunset painted the sky in a lucent orange and purple glow.
Distortion.
The alteration or misrepresentation of something so that it is no longer true or accurate, the way in which a sound or image is changed or distorted.
Examples:
distortion of the Earth's surface, horizontal distortion. Her report was criticized as a gross distortion of the truth.
Whatsoever.
Not at all, no matter what.
Examples:
whatsoever it be. Without impact whatsoever. He refused to do anything whatsoever to help her.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples:
carbon fiber, synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Optics.
The academic study of vision and light.
Examples:
optics technology, fiber optics. Einstein's new optics theory transformed traditional scientific notions about light.
Sponge.
A soft material with many microscopic pores that can absorb a large amount of liquid and is used for washing and cleaning.
Examples:
sea sponge, metallic sponge. The tiny marine sponge has existed for more than 500 million years.
Optic.
Relating to vision or the eyes, relating to or involving light or optics.
Examples:
optic fiber, optic illusion. The campaign ad was designed with bright colors and bold fonts for maximum optic impact.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
flexible schedules. A flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Feedstock.
The raw material or substances that are used to make a product, particularly in industrial or manufacturing processes.
Examples:
feedstock supply, feedstock procurement. Corn is a common feedstock for ethanol production.
Poison.
A substance that can cause illness, injury, or death when ingested, inhaled, or absorbed through the skin, something harmful, malicious, or toxic, the act of damaging or ruining a relationship. Verb, to introduce a substance into something or someone harmful and potentially deadly.
Examples:
Poison ivy. Poison bilateral relations. The plant's leaves contain a deadly poison that can cause hallucinations and seizures.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Starch.
A complex carbohydrate found in many plants, including rice, wheat, and potatoes, that is an important foodstuff for humans and animals.
Examples:
Starch granules. Potato starch. When heated, starch molecules absorb water and become thick and gooey, making it a useful thickening agent in cooking.
Glucose.
A type of sugar that is found in plants, especially fruit, and is an essential energy source in living things.
Examples:
Blood glucose test. Glucose level. The doctor injected glucose into his patient's veins.
Catalyst.
A person or thing that causes an important event to happen or changes the current situation rapidly. Chemistry, a substance that initiates or accelerates a chemical reaction without being changed itself.
Examples:
A catalyst in the process of hydrolysis. Catalyst for reform. The global financial crisis acted as a catalyst to unite the country.
Biodegrade.
To decay naturally by microorganisms, such as bacteria and fungi.
Examples:
Biodegrade by the microorganism. Bioplastic designed to biodegrade. The company's plastic products are easily biodegrade thanks to a unique manufacturing process.
Transformation.
A complete change in form, nature, or appearance of someone or something.
Examples:
The transformation of a tadpole into a frog. Cast a transformation spell. Understanding unitary transformations of a normal matrix require considerable mathematical sophistication.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Purple.
Of a color intermediate between red and blue.
Examples:
Deep purple. Purple sweet potatoes. The plant has a stunning purple blossom.
Enzyme.
A substance produced by a living organism that acts as a catalyst to bring about a specific biochemical reaction.
Examples:
Enzyme reaction. Lack of digestive enzymes. A deficiency in the enzyme can lead to a medical condition.
Nitrogenase.
An enzyme found in certain bacteria that is responsible for the biological fixation of atmospheric nitrogen into forms that can be used by plants and other organisms.
Examples:
Nitrogenase activity. Nitrogenase gene. The nitrogenase enzyme requires a lot of energy to function properly.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Hydrogen.
The chemical element that is the lightest gas is colorless, odorless, tasteless, and combines with oxygen to form water.
Examples:
Hydrogen gas. Heavy hydrogen. The hydrogen and the oxygen react and then form water.
Proton.
A very small particle with a positive charge equal to the negative charge of an electron that forms part of the nucleus of all atoms.
Examples:
Proton decay. Proton conductivity. The solar wind is composed almost entirely of electrons and protons.
Electron.
A tiny particle with a negative electrical charge.
Examples:
Flow of electrons. Beam of electrons. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Anode.
The positively charged electrode by which electrons enter an electrical device, such as a battery or an electrolytic cell, the electrode at which oxidation occurs.
Examples:
Anode material. Anode plate. The battery's anode needs to be replaced for it to function properly.
Reversible.
Capable of being turned or done in the opposite direction or way, capable of being reversed or undone.
Examples:
Reversible decision. Reversible fabrics. The jacket is reversible so that you can wear it with the fur lining on the outside or the inside.
Platinum.
A dense, precious, silvery white metal with the atomic number 78 and the symbol point that is highly resistant to corrosion and tarnishing, often used in jewelry, coins, and industrial applications.
Examples:
Platinum record. Platinum jewelry. The chemist worked with a platinum catalyst to speed up the reaction.
Juggle.
To manage or cope with several tasks, responsibilities, or situations simultaneously, to keep several things in the air at once, as in a juggling act.
Examples:
Juggle a job and motherhood. Juggle with facts. It can be difficult to juggle work, family, and social life, but finding balance is important.
Whale.
A very large sea mammal that has a streamlined body and breathes through a blowhole on the head. A very large person, impressive in size or qualities.
Examples:
A bull whale. Whale watching. Some countries have a culture of eating the flesh of a whale.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Efficiency.
The state or quality of doing something well with no waste of input such as time or money.
Examples:
Better fuel efficiency. An energy efficiency. Our company must continue to strive for greater efficiency.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Fossil.
Any preserved remains, impression, or trace of any once living thing that has become hard and turned into rock.
Examples:
Burning of fossil fuels. A fossil leaf. It was the fossil of a dinosaur tooth.
Pigment.
A substance that gives color to a material, such as paint, ink, or biological tissue, often derived from natural sources or synthetically produced.
Examples:
Skin pigment. Pigment accumulation. The use of synthetic pigments in food production has become controversial due to health concerns.
Peacock.
A large, colorful, and majestic bird of the pheasant family.
Examples:
As proud as a peacock. Male peacock. The vibrant feathers of the peacock made it stand out in the garden.
Bounce.
To cause to move up or away after hitting a surface, to spring back.
Examples:
Bounce across the floor. Bounce back from failure. They will bounce between various emotional states.
Interference.
The act or process of getting involved in and trying to influence a specific situation. The state of being affected and influenced with.
Examples:
officious interference, interference wave. Unfortunately, the radio interference made it difficult to hear the broadcast.
Up close.
Of or relating to something seen or experienced from a very short distance, typically allowing a detailed view or intimate understanding.
Examples:
Up close encounter, up close look. We were lucky enough to get up close seats at the concert and could see the band members.
Dirt.
Soil, dust, or any substance that makes a surface not clean, the part of the Earth's surface consisting of humus and disintegrated rock.
Examples:
Dirt road, dirt track. The garden was filled with dirt and needed to be tilled before planting.
Particle.
A small piece of something, a word or piece of a term with grammatical function, but little or no significance.
Examples:
Charged particle, particle energy. We can calculate the position of the particles statistically.
Lotus.
A type of aquatic plant with large, round, floating leaves and distinctive flowers, often associated with spiritual symbolism and cultural significance in Asia.
Examples:
Lotus fragrance, lotus petals. The serene pond was adorned with beautiful lotus flowers.
Facade.
The face or front of a building, especially a large one, superficial or false appearance intended to conceal something unpleasant.
Examples:
The outside facade of a castle, facade of wealth. A gentle facade concealed his powerfulness.
Rainwater.
Water that falls from the clouds in the form of rain and is collected.
Examples:
Rainwater acidity, rainwater drainage. The company installed a rainwater harvesting system to collect and reuse it for manufacturing.
Quench.
To drink liquid so that you satisfy your thirst.
Examples:
Quench a fire, quench a rebellion. Her beautiful voice quenched the thirst of an ever-growing audience.
Thirst.
A feeling of needing something to drink, a strong desire for something.
Examples:
A burning thirst, thirst for authority. He read books to quench his thirst for knowledge.
Beetle.
An insect having a hard shell-like back covering its wings.
Examples:
Beetle browse, a beetle larva. In ancient civilizations, the scarab beetle was worshipped as a sacred creature.
Fog.
A thick cloud consisting of tiny water droplets or ice crystals suspended in the air at or near the Earth's surface, A weather condition in which visibility is reduced because of a cloud of water.
Examples:
A dense fog. Front fog lights. The fog cleared away, and the star-filled sky appeared.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
All in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Metal.
A solid material that is typically hard, shiny, malleable, fusible, and ductile, with good electrical and thermal conductivity, and often used as a structural material, a conductor of heat or electricity, or for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Metal fabrication. Precious metal. The construction worker used a metal saw to cut through the stubborn sheet metal.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
The stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Microbe.
A tiny living thing that can only be seen with a microscope and that may cause disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic microbe. Microbe sterilizer. Microbes thrive on the surface of the human skin.
Chelate.
A chemical compound or molecule that forms a bond or coordination with a metal ion or other species, often to stabilize or enhance its properties or to facilitate transportation within a biological system.
Examples:
Chelate complex. Chelate ligand. The chelate in this fertilizer enhances the absorption of nutrients by the plants.
Embed.
To fix or set firmly in a surrounding mass.
Examples:
Embed scripts in the message. Embed a sensor. The company embedded a tracking code in the product's packaging to monitor its shipment.
Filter.
Any of several types of equipment or systems used to separate particles from liquids or gases, or to remove specific forms of light.
Examples:
Gas filter, clogged filter. Ozone is a primary filter to protect Earth's surface from harmful UV rays.
Chemistry.
The branch of the natural sciences dealing with the composition of substances and their properties and reactions.
Examples:
Professor of chemistry, the chemistry of soil. He is familiar with chemistry and biology.
Organic.
Pertaining to or derived from biological substance, producing plants and animals for food and other items without the use of synthetic chemicals.
Examples:
Organic soils. Eat organic food. Kidney is an organic component of the body.
Solvent.
Capable of dissolving other substances, having sufficient money to pay all outstanding debts.
Examples:
A solvent liquid. Chemical solvents. The company was able to remain solvent throughout the economic downturn.
Spin.
To cause something to rotate rapidly, to cause someone to feel dizzy or disoriented.
Examples:
Spin a top. Spin thread out of cotton. The tornado is spinning across the countryside, destroying everything in its path.
Spider.
A small, eight-legged creature that spins webs to catch insects as food, a computer program that systematically browses the World Wide Web for purposes of web indexing.
Examples:
Spider venom. Web spider. The spider spun an intricate web in the corner of the room.
Silk.
A fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber produced by silkworms in making cocoons and collected to make thread and fabric.
Examples:
Silk road. Silk fabric. She wore a silk dress to the party.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Recipe.
A set of instructions for preparing a dish, including the ingredients and the method of cooking.
Examples:
Recipe book. Recipe collection. The recipe for the cake is passed down from generation to generation in her family.
Subset.
A set of things that are contained within another larger set, a portion or division of a group or category.
Examples:
Proper subset. Subset selection. A subset of the employees will be trained in the new software program.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Periodic.
Happening at regular intervals over a while.
Examples:
The periodic blooming of the cherry blossom. Periodic payments. Astronomers are examining whether the periodic signals emanating from this star are artificial.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Elegant.
Pleasing and graceful in appearance or manner, or showing good taste and refinement.
Examples:
Elegant design. Write elegant sentences. She wore an elegant evening gown to the gala.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctor said that her recovery was a miracle.
Degradation.
The condition or process of changing to a lower state, or a less respected state.
Examples:
Degradation by heat. Live in degradation. Many researchers are monitoring environmental degradation in real time through satellites.
Packaging.
The process, materials, or container used to wrap or contain a product for distribution, storage, or sale. The design or appearance of a product's packaging.
Examples:
Packaging materials. Biodegradable packaging. The packaging for the fragile items was made of sturdy materials and could withstand rough handling during shipping.
Dissolve.
To be or cause to be absorbed by a liquid to form a part of a solution, to close down or dismiss.
Examples:
Dissolve the sugar. Officially dissolved the marriage. The political party dissolved after much internal fighting.
Cue.
A signal, gesture, or action that provides information or direction for someone else to act or respond, a reminder or prompt for someone to do something.
Examples:
Cue card. Visual cue. The director gave the actor a cue to begin the scene.
Mussel.
A type of shellfish that lives in freshwater or saltwater, has a hard, elongated shell and is edible.
Examples:
Mussel shells. Mussel cultivation. I ordered the mussels in a white wine sauce for dinner.
Thread.
A fine cord of natural or synthetic fibers or filaments, such as cotton or nylon, used in sewing, knitting, or weaving. A series of connected messages or comments on a social media platform or online forum, often related to a particular topic. A sequence or line of events, ideas, or actions that are connected or related. Verb. To pass a thread through a needle or other small opening. In preparation for sewing or stitching.
Examples:
Thread a catheter. Start a new thread. The detective followed a thread of clues which ultimately led to the suspect's arrest.
Healing.
The process of becoming or making somebody or something well again.
Examples:
Natural healing ability. Part of the healing process. Each ancient tribe has its healing traditions.
Tardigrade.
A microscopic, water-dwelling animal that is known for its resilience and ability to survive extreme conditions.
Examples:
Tiny tardigrade. Tardigrade research. Scientists have studied the resilience of the tardigrade, also known as a water bear.
Vaccine.
A substance that is put into the body and protects them from disease by causing them to produce antibodies, equals proteins that attack harmful bacteria, viruses, etc.
Examples:
Development of vaccines. An oral vaccine. The mRNA vaccine was approved in less than a year because it did not contain the fragments of the target virus.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Refrigeration.
The process of cooling or freezing something, especially food, to preserve it.
Examples:
Refrigeration car. Refrigeration technology. The supermarket had a large refrigeration section with all kinds of fresh produce.
Regenerate.
To improve or renew an area, institution, system, etc., especially by making it more active or successful.
Examples:
Regenerate bone tissue. A regenerate sinner. The new CEO's primary mission is to regenerate the company on the verge of bankruptcy.
Encase.
To enclose or cover something in a protective or decorative layer.
Examples:
Encase in glass. Encase his feet. They encased the fragile vase in bubble wrap to protect it during shipping.
Capsule.
A small, enclosed container often used for holding medicines or supplements or for transporting payloads in spacecraft. A small, elongated structure within the body, such as a joint or a gland.
Examples:
Space capsule. Medical capsule. The capsule hotel room may be small, but it has all the necessary amenities.
Refrigerate.
To cool or preserve food or other items by using a refrigerator or other cold storage device. To keep something at a low temperature to prevent spoilage or degradation.
Examples:
Refrigerate perishable. Refrigerate medicine. We need to refrigerate the leftovers to keep them from spoiling.
Glove.
A piece of clothing worn on the hand and wrist for protection against cold, dirt, etc., with separate parts for each finger.
Examples:
A right-hand glove. 5-finger glove. She was wearing a black glove.
Compartment.
A separate section or part of a larger enclosed space, such as a train carriage or a ship's cabin.
Examples:
Compartment door. A watertight compartment. The train's compartment was small but comfortable.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Adaptation.
The action or process of changing to suit different conditions.
Examples:
Adaptation ability. Language adaptation. The company's adaptation approach has been extremely effective.
Offspring.
Descendant, any immature animal or plant.
Examples:
Female offspring. Produce offspring. How many offspring does the average lion have?
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Generation.
All the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, the production of heat or electricity.
Examples:
Generation gap. The generation of electricity. The younger generation has different values and beliefs than the older one.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Gorgeous.
Wonderful and attractive.
Examples:
A gorgeous meal. Gorgeous sunset. She wore a gorgeous dress to the party, which everyone admired.
Locust.
A type of grasshopper that can travel in large swarms and cause extensive damage to crops, can also refer to various other insects such as cicadas or katydids.
Examples:
Locust army. Locust plague. The locust infestation destroyed the crops, causing widespread famine.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Collision.
An instance of two or more objects or entities crashing into each other, usually resulting in damage, impact, or conflict.
Examples:
Collision detection. Come into collision with my friend. The collision of tectonic plates can result in new mountain ranges, such as the Himalayas or the Alps.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Avoidance.
The act of keeping away from something or someone, the act of avoiding or evading something, such as a duty or responsibility.
Examples:
Avoidance behavior. Conflict avoidance. The avoidance of discussing the issue only made things worse.
Circuit.
In electrical engineering, an electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow, a journey or route around a particular place or area.
Examples:
Circuit breaker. Federal Circuit courts. An intelligent battery has a voltage monitoring circuit.
Fertility.
The state or quality of being able to produce babies, young animals, fruit, or new plants.
Examples:
Soil fertility. Fertility above replacement. The sperm count is used as an indicator of male fertility.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Ensemble.
A group of people who perform together, especially in music or theater, a coordinated or matching set of something.
Examples:
Ensemble performance. Cloud ensemble. She put together an ensemble of matching clothes for the party.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Prairie.
A large open grassland or meadow, typically in North America.
Examples:
Prairie landscape. Prairie dogs. The early morning dew on the prairie made the grass glisten like diamonds.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Ranching.
The practice of raising livestock, typically cattle or sheep, on large areas of land, often referred to as ranches, for meat, wool, or other products.
Examples:
Ranching industry. Cattle ranching. The government introduced regulations to ensure sustainable ranching practices.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Ungulate.
A hoofed mammal, characterized by having hooves as their primary means of support and movement, including animals such as horses, cows, deer, and giraffes.
Examples:
Ungulate migration pattern. Herbivorous ungulate. The safari tour allowed tourists to observe various African ungulates in their natural habitats.
Herd.
A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock.
Examples:
Herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day.
Marsh.
A type of land that is always wet and has soft soil, swamp or bog.
Examples:
Marsh bird. River delta marsh. Environmentalists are concerned about the harm to the marsh.
Sparkle.
To emit or reflect bright flashes of light, especially with animation and joy.
Examples:
Sparkle like a gem. Sparkle from receiving light. The diamond sparkled in the sunlight.
Productivity.
The state or quality of being productive, the rate at which a company or individual produces goods or services, often measured in terms of output per unit of input, such as labor, capital, or time.
Examples:
Productivity growth. Improved productivity. She increased her productivity by planning out her tasks for the day.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Conducive.
Tending to make something likely or possible.
Examples:
Conducive question. Conducive to growth. The quiet and peaceful environment was conducive to concentration and productivity.
Cocktail.
A drink, usually an alcoholic one, made by mixing one or more spirits, equals strong alcoholic drinks, and fruit juice, an appetizer served as a first course at a meal.
Examples:
A light cocktail. Cocktail of chemicals. We invited some friends for a cocktail party.
Mutual.
Common to or shared by two or more parties.
Examples:
Share of a mutual fund. Mutual efforts. They cooperated for their mutual benefit.
Exclusive.
Not divided or shared with others.
Examples:
Exclusive authority. Exclusive clubs. The condo offers exclusive access to the beach.